Hi, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well and having a nice week and everything. We are here, we're enjoying the warmer weather coming through, even if it's got some rainy days. A lot of rainy days for it. You take what you take, right? To get to the warmer times. Anyway, today we are making scones. They're kind of a basic scone recipe with some currants in them, some dried currants in them. So let's get to it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy. All right, we're starting with 2.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and do a tablespoon of baking powder, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we go. Move our stuff out the way a bit. So we're going to sift these together. All right, now we're cutting in a 1/3 cup of butter that's at room temperature that we've cut up. And as I've learned in the past, as I do not have a pastry cutter tool, which maybe I'll get one of these days, who knows. I'm okay with my hands. I'm just going to use my hands to combine them. You guys see? So we're just doing that. It's going to become kind of this coarse, crumbly texture, but we want to get that butter dispersed throughout it. So you're looking for any kind of obvious chunks of butter that need to be combined with your flour mixture. It's going to feel kind of like damp sand almost, if you will. Not wet sand, but like, it's just kind of that lightly damp kind of comes through, but it'll let you mold it a bit as opposed to totally dry sand. It's kind of what you're looking for if you know that texture. Getting that all in there. It's feeling like I pretty much got it, so that's good. What we're going to do is make a little well in there, you see in the center. Then we're going to set it to the side. I'm going to, my hands are pretty dry, okay. Wasn't as intense as it gets other times. But it may still wash, so hang tight. All right, so we've got 3/4 cup heavy cream. We're putting in there. Get my spatula to help. The little one. There's the little one. Get all that heavy cream in there that we want, we need. We have 2 eggs we've already beaten. We'll be using this fork, so I'm just going to put it in there. And then 1/2 cup of currants, dried currants. All right, just combining them nicely in there. Oh, and there's our oven. It's preheated to 400. So that's good, because it won't be much longer before we're rolling them and shaping them. All right, we just pour it into the center here. Get that spatula back. All right. And then we're just stirring around until it's all just combined, just moistened. Just gonna kind of do like that. Starting to get there. I just need a little bit more. All right, and I may use my hands again just to finish it off. It's almost there. Just want those last bits combined in as it all sticks. And actually I was going to need to use my hands anyway, because now that it's all mixed, we're kneading it. You can put it on the counter to knead it if you've got a large enough bowl. You can knead it in there. I'm going to just save myself a little bit of a cleanup and knead it in here, and then I'll roll it out on the counter when it's time to cut it. And we're just, you see, just fold and knead until getting smooth, just about there. You only need to do it 10 to 12 times. All right. So hang on. All right. So we're doing all of them, but we do them kind of by the half. So we're just going to kind of spread it out. You can do it by hand. You can get a rolling pin if you want. But you're kind of going for a circle. It's about 6 inches. So you can use a tape measure if you need to, if you feel pretty confident in being able to eyeball it, which I feel confident in. But I'm going to kind of shape it towards that circle to get the nice scone shape we're going for. So yes, these are just scones with currants. You could put a different dried fruit in there if you want. You don't have to put a dried fruit in there, but they recommended the currants and I had them. And I thought that sounds nice. All right. And then I'm using my pizza cutter. If you don't have one, you can always use a knife. You're gonna divide it into 6 as equal as you can pieces. I'm going to kind of brush the flour off underneath it. Then you're placing them over here on your ungreased or just parchment only, if you've got it, cookie sheet, about 2 inches apart. So I'll cut back when it's time because we're going to brush them on the top with a few little things. But I need to finish the rest, so I'll come back when it's that time. All right. Now we're just taking a little bit more of that whipping cream. We're brushing the tops. Of them. with it. Just giving it a nice little coating. I'll come back after I've done that to all of them. All right, now I'm just finishing up. We're just sprinkling a little bit of sugar on the top of them. Done all but these last few. Then we're going to bake them about 12 to 14 minutes. So there we go. Get them into the oven. We'll check back in a little bit. All right, took a little closer to 14 minutes. Now we're setting them out. Just gonna let them cool for a couple of minutes, and then you can serve and enjoy. You can serve them plain. You can get clotted cream if you want to feel fancy. However you feel. Anywho, they're looking and smelling good. Bon appetit.